Right. We're the Hebrew Israelites. We come in and week out to prophesy the downfall of Babylon the Great, also known as the United Snakes of America. All right. And as it was in the days of Noah, they were out giving and getting married and partying and engaging in folly, right? And that's what we have before us right now. And then suddenly you're going to get swept away out here, right? Suddenly, you ain't gonna have, when that famine comes, you ain't gonna be able to feed your children, right? What you gonna do? According to the scriptures, you're gonna eat them children. Sound crazy, but that's what, hey, we're in some crazy times right now, all right? So once again, we come in and week out to prophesy the downfall of this place. As we see it going down right now, you can ignore it all you want to, but it's going down in everybody's face. We come in to wake up the 12 tribes of the children of Israel, Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, and Seminole Indians. All right, get you to repent, acknowledge your offense, pray for forgiveness, and come back to these laws, statutes, and commandments in your handbook that belongs to you. All right? So first and foremost, and as always, all praises due to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rakak Wadash. All right? Double honors to our elder apostles of GMS, including the elders that came before them that taught us this truth. Shalom and salutations to all the brothers out pushing the word of truth and in sincerity. All right? So the Spirit says to go straight to Amos and establish who this word is about, what this word is about. All right? The book of Amos 3 and 1. All right? Amos 3 and 1. Hear this word that the Lord hath spoken against you, O children of Israel, against the whole family which I brought up from the land of Egypt, saying, you only have I known of all the families of the earth. Therefore I will punish you for all your iniquities. All right? So, the Most High is only dealing with the children of Israel. All right? That's the first thing that needs to be established. All right? Oh yeah, but what about the Gentiles? Well, the Gentiles, all right, there's two sets of Gentiles. There's the Israelites, and then there's the other nations. And you got to know which set it's talking about when it's talking about it. All right? We know. We know who we worship. You don't know who you worship. Salvation is of the Jews. All right? Plain and simple. This is the book of Psalms. (147), Salaki. 147 and 19 and 20. All right. He showeth his word unto Jacob, his statutes and his judgments unto Israel. He hath not done so, Salah. He hath not dealt so with any nation. And as for his judgments, they have not known them. Praise ye the Lord. So, once again, the Most High is only dealing with the nation of Israel and no one else. All right? And you'll know that soon enough. All right? It's no coincidence and it's no wonder that you just happen to be out here at the same time this word is going out. All right? That's it's called divine intervention. All right? It's divine intervention. There's a specific reason that this happened at this particular time, all right? Because you're about to receive your judgment one way or another, all right? You're about to receive your judgment. We will probably see each other again when you're in that destitute state, right? When you're all jacked up, homeless on the street, about to eat your children, according to the scriptures, we'll probably see each other and you'll look at me and I'll look right back at you and say, yep. All right? Because it's all fun and games right now, right? You got you got Jacobs on the street right now in tents, right? Living in a damn tent, okay? And you still got whatever you believe that you have. And that's going to be gone very soon. All right? Because this thing is moving so fast right now. All right?
It's luck.
So the new thing right now is that door-to-door knock. If you didn't take that Beetlejuice, right? They're going to be knocking at your door, right? Well, I got something. Let's look at this. Because Esau himself is going to thwart these plans. Esau ain't having it neither. All right, this is Forbes.com. All right? And it reads, this is an article by Forbes.com. And the title reads, governors of two under-maxed states say no to Biden's door-to-door max push. All right? So they're pushing this thing. Is what they're doing. They're pushing it. And that means one thing. See, we know what it means. They're coming after Jake. They got to try to exterminate Jake while they can. All right? Now let's read some of this. It says, the governors of South Carolina and Missouri, wow, and I happen to know that it's the same thing. It's the AG, Attorney General of Arizona, is doing the same thing. So it says, two states with below average CV19 max rates rebuffed President Joe Biden's plan to promote immunizations through door-to-door outreach this week. But despite some claims to the contrary, the White House says the effort will be carried out by volunteers and local leaders, not federal staffers. So this is an indication that this is the dry run with this shot, right? The shot is the dry run. The chip is the real deal, all right? Because with this, what they call this thing yesterday, Slovakia, or on the 9th it was. Slovakia, let me get the name real quick. It's called Cyber Polygon, all right? With this Cyber Polygon drill, all right, this guy Klaus Schwab is saying that when they shut off the internet and all the lights and everything, right, and they make you beg and will do anything to get the power restored.
I'm gonna work out. I wait.
Appreciate it. Uh, it's going to be chaos out here. Straight up chaos. And during that time, it could be a month, it could be 2 months, it could be 6 months, it could be 2 years. All right? And that it's going to be chaos on the street. No police, no 911, no food. It's going to be dog eat dog and every man for himself. And at that time, you're going to be begging the establishment, hey, you got to do something. You have to restore civility. And at that point, you'll do anything that they tell you to do, which is stick your hand out so that, they can put that thing in you. And that's their plan, all right? Now back to this article, if you want to call it that. Again, it says, but despite some claims to the contrary, the White House says the effort will be carried out by volunteers and local leaders, not federal staffers. What does that tell you? That tells you that this is the dry run. This isn't the actual Gestapo coming to take you away to the concentration camp, if you will. All right? Just like a rolling blackout, for example. When they do the real deal and shut down the whole grid and you ain't ready, okay? And you don't have no food, you don't have no ammunition, you don't have nothing to sustain yourself out here, right? And it goes down bad for you because hey, you wasn't worried about nothing. You had everything under control, right? You didn't hear the men of the Lord come out on the street and give you fair warning, all right? Anybody could see right now with this plague and the mask on your face and everything else that they're doing to you, they could lock you down whenever they want to. When they bring that martial law out, all right, you'll understand then. You'll understand quick. All right? And they're going to do that. All right? It goes on. In a speech Tuesday, Biden said he hopes to reach unmasked Americans this summer by going community by community, neighborhood by neighborhood, and oftentimes door to door, literally knocking on doors to get help to the remaining people. Now, what help are we talking about here? What help is that? They're going to help you to being 6 feet under as soon as they can. All right? They're going to help you. They're going to help them and the Undertaker make a bunch of money by getting rid of your ass. All right, it goes on. Missouri Governor Mike Parson pushed back on Biden's plan one day later, tweeting, sending government employees or agents door to door to compel masks would not be an effective or welcome strategy in Missouri. So you got Esau saying, no, I'm not doing that. All right. Here it is. Jake is the target. Jake is the clear target. But you got Esau. The Most High put the spirit on Esau to run interference. Really, that comes into the Egyptians against the Egyptians. This kingdom is divided against each other. All right? divided one against another. Got this demon over here who's about to challenge me at any time. So when he does, it's going to go down. So, South Carolina Governor Henry McMaster on Friday directed his state's health department to prohibit what he described as Biden's administration's targeted door-to-door tactics, arguing that the residents may lose trust in Maxes if they feel pressured to get them. Who doesn't know? If you don't know at this point, right, that they're trying to force the world to do this, and that there's something, nefarious about it. Oh no, I'm not gonna do any research. I don't care what's in it. I'm gonna just trust the people that have been killing people for years. All right. What is fluoride in your water mean? What is fluoride in your toothpaste when fluoride is akin to rat poison? All right. Fluoride is a byproduct of aluminum, and they use it to kill people. And they put it in your water, and you think that that's okay. Oh, well, small amounts, you're stupid. Small amounts, my ass. Small amounts is a slow kill. But then you let Satan put a needle in your arm, shoot some shit in you. You don't even know what it is. You don't even want to know. You don't want to check to see what it is, what it could be. All right? It's untested, unproven. The FDA won't approve it because they understand what's going on. It's what it is. All right, it goes on. The idea has also earned scorn in national conservative circles, with House Freedom Caucus Chair Andy Biggs, there's Arizona, calling it a blatant abuse of government authority. And Marjorie Taylor Greene from Georgia called outreach workers medical brown shirts, a Nazi comparison that drew almost immediate outrage. So, like I said before, this is similar to the Gestapo knocking on your door, telling you what you're gonna do. All right, and they're doing it gradually. All right, because you're gonna have two sides of things. You're gonna have this side that says, "Yeah, go make them do it," and you're gonna have this side that says, "You can't make me do a damn thing." And what is that? That's the Egyptians against the Egyptians. All right, and that's so prevalent right now that you can't get around it. All right, and that's the order of the day. Yahweh Shai came to divide people. He said, "Think not that I come to send peace on earth, nay, but rather division." I'm paraphrasing. He came to divide. And what do we see? We see division. We see the division going down. All right, is there more? It says the White House argues critics are mischaracterizing the plan. Press Secretary Jen Psaki said any door-to-door outreach will rely on local volunteers rather than federal authorities. And COVID-19 response coordination Jeff Zients said the goal is to enlist doctors and community leaders to answer people's questions. This is bullshit. We can clearly see what you're doing. You're coming in softly. You're moving in slow. All right? With your agenda. You got a clear agenda out here. It goes on, it says, the federal government also isn't maintaining any records. This is bullshit. The federal government also isn't maintaining any records of unmaxed Americans. Secretary of Health and Human Services Xavier Becerra said on Twitter, responding to inaccurate claims from critics like Arizona Attorney General, there he is, Mark Brnovich. All right, well, you know what? We don't believe a damn word that comes out of the devil's mouth. All right? First of all, we're smarter than that. We know how this devil gets down with a syringe. All right? They put the dope in the inner city, pass out syringes and say it's okay. Right? Make it real cheap and available. We know how this devil gets down. Tuskegee and all sorts of Tuskegee type things were going on down in South America where the tribes are. We know what you devils are up to. Crucial quote, the prospect of government MAX teams showing up unannounced or unrequested at the door of targeted homeowners or on their property will further deteriorate the public's trust, Governor McAllister wrote in a letter Friday. The best people to talk to about MAX with those who have questions are local trusted messengers, doctors, faith leaders, community leaders, or Juvenile and Manny Fresh, okay? Those are the best people to talk to, all right? The ones that are pushing this, max that thing up, or some bullshit like that, okay? Because all of them are gonna push that thing, all right? Your celebrities, your high-profile celebrities, your favorite rock stars and rappers, they're all going to push that thing because they're on board. They don't have a choice. They'll get knocked off right now. They have received their consolation. It says, for those individuals or organizations that are feeding misinformation and trying to mischaracterize this type of trusted messenger work, I believe you are doing a disservice to the country. And here we go with free speech. You don't have no free speech. All right? This nigga talking about he's going to work out. Get the fuck out. It goes on. The pushback comes as South Carolina, South Kakalaka, as the Elder Apostle Tahar said the other day. The pushback comes as South Carolina and Missouri grapple with some of the nation's lowest max rates. Just 44.8% of South Carolinians and 45.6% of Missourians have received at least one max shot, compared to 55.3% of Americans overall, and at their current pace, neither will reach 70% max until 2022. So they keep mentioning 2022 like that's some gold date, all right? Missouri has also faced a sudden uptick in CV19 cases in recent weeks. So they can say whatever they want to. What's up, brother? They can say what they want to, and they are saying what they want to. So it's you can clearly see through this thin veil of what these devils are up to. All right? So, and then they got this Delta variant, right? What the hell is that? What is a Delta variant? That's a boogeyman that they could pull out. I mean, if the Delta variant is killing, where's all the dead bodies? Right? Where are all the hospitals that are completely packed and full? They're still pushing that bullshit and it doesn't even exist. Ain't no overflowing hospitals or morgues. All right? This is a boogeyman, is what this is. They're pushing boogeyman tactics. All right? New CV infections plummeted in the United States this year as max rates surged. That's bullshit too. So all of this is propaganda. All right? What about the true numbers on people that are getting jacked up? You're hiding that. You take that down to its lowest common denominator with a bunch of song and dance all the way around it. We're not ignorant to this devil's devices. It says, but max have slowed down in recent weeks, partly due to some Americans' lingering distrust and hesitancy towards max, as the virus, highly infectious Delta, there it is, variant, has become dominant. Where? Where? Dominant where? All over the United States? Where are the hospitals that are full? Okay? Where are the full hospitals at? This trend has worried some health officials. Last week, federal infectious disease expert Dr. Anthony Faustian warned that two Americas are forming, two Americas, the Egyptians versus the Egyptians. All right? One with high max rates and low case counts, and one with low max rates and variant fueled surges. See, there's the demonization right there by the demon himself. As a result, Biden has pushed for more outreach to under max areas this summer, including through door-to-door communication. All right, so I want to read some of the comments. I don't see any. So here they go. What they're doing is they're setting up, all right? They're laying the groundwork. They're letting you know, they're putting in your mind, hey, door to door. And it doesn't matter, you know, what the truth is. They're just getting it in your ear right now. Because there's going to come a time when they are going door to door, and it ain't going to be for no damn shot. It's going to be to insert that chip in. And if you don't take it, then you're getting taken away to the concentration camp. Point blank, period. All right? So, that's where we are now. All right? They're slowly climatizing you, if you will. They're slowly introducing their master plan. This is on the front end. On the back end, they're going to kick your door down and grab you up. All right? And you ain't ready for that. Second Corinthians 2 and 11. Lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices. Where are you pointing at? Hey, we know exactly what this devil is up to. We know what his end game is, all right? What is his end game? Well, let's get that. This is the book of Revelation. Here's what he's trying to do. So we already know, the men of the Lord, we've been alerted years, 10, 13 years ago, right? And back further than that. Me personally, 13. The elder apostles, 20 plus, 30. So Revelation 13 and 16. And he causeth all, both small and rich, it's a lot, small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell save that he had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. This is what they're up to. That's what all of this whole medical and plague and all of this bullshit is leading to, them putting a chip in your hand. All right? That's their ultimate goal. It's lucky. So this thing is up. Looks like it's all right. And the whole thing has to play out. This is part of the Most High's movie. The Most High's name is Yahweh. His son's name is Yahweh Shai. And you say, call halal Yahweh Ba'Hashem Yahweh Shai Ba'Hashem Kodash. All right? That's who's doing this. All praise goes to Yahweh and his son Yahweh Shai. In the name of his son Yahweh Shai. All right? In the name of the Holy Spirit, the Ruach HaKadosh. All right? And that's what we're dealing with here. So, just like Noah, right? Before the flood came, it had never rained before the flood came. So the Most High, Yahweh, spoke to Noah, Noah was a prophet. Noah was out there doing what we're doing right now out here. He was warning the people that a cataclysm was coming. It was going to rain, it was going to flood, and they were all going to die. And they laughed at Noah. They didn't want to hear what he had to say. Well, that's what we're out here doing right now. We're doing the same thing that Noah did. Why? Because the Most High Yahweh is about to destroy this world that you know right now. He's about to destroy this place, this time with fire. Not with water. That's what that rainbow actually means. That rainbow actually means, right, after it rains, that rainbow comes out. That's a message from the Most High God, whose name is Yahweh, that he's not going to flood the earth again to destroy it. This time when he destroys it, it's going to be with fire. What fire? With nuclear fire, when them nuclear missiles all destroy this place called Babylon the Great, or otherwise known as America. Right? Why? Because of what the people did. What did they do to the North American Indian? What did they do to the Mexicans and the Latinos all the way up and down North and South America? What did they do to them? They came over here. They stole the land. They killed all the people, forced them to speak their language. This is how we know who they are. That's how we know. So as a result of that, okay, when you understand that those people, right, the Latinos, the Native Americans, the Negroes, when you understand that those are God's chosen people, right, and what was done to them must be avenged, it must be avenged. By whose standard? by the Most High God. He's like this, well, I got to get that payback for what you did to my people. All right? Let's prove it. It's the book of Numbers. Slovakia. Slovakia. I was just off a little bit. All right, this is the book of Numbers 35 and 33. All right, this is why America has to be destroyed or cleansed. Not so much destroyed, but it's got to be cleansed, right? Because America is polluted. Polluted with what? The blood of the saints. Who are the saints? The nation of Israel, God's chosen people. What happened to the Native Americans? It was called genocide. All right? The Native Americans are of the children of Israel, the tribe of Gad. The Mexicans are of the 12 tribes of Israel, the tribe of Issachar. The so-called Negroes that were brought over here in slave ships are of the 12 tribes of Israel, the tribe of Judah, the same tribe that the one you ignorantly call Jesus Christ. He came from the tribe of Judah, God's chosen people. His son, God's son, who you ignorantly call Jesus Christ, was a dark brown skinned man. All right? Whoever said that I'm black doesn't know their colors. I'm clearly brown. Aren't you brown, sir? Isn't your skin color brown? There's no black. Nobody is black. Nobody is white. All right? That's a deception. So when you take away the deception, I'm not black, I'm actually brown. Well, everybody knows Mexicans are brown. Is the Native American, is he red or is he brown? Okay. Can you tell a Mexican and a Native American apart? No. Unless he's a $5 Indian, which is a so-called white man trying to say that he's an Indian so he could get some money. All right? Because if the white man came to kill you because you're Indian, then you white again real quick, right? You ain't an Indian no more. You just want that money. All right, so here's the scripture. This is Numbers 35 and 33. All right. So ye shall not pollute the land wherein ye are. All right. For blood it defileth the land. Okay. So if you shed blood on a massive scale in a particular land, that land is defiled. It's polluted. Let's read that again. So ye shall not pollute the land wherein ye are, for blood it defileth the land, and the land cannot be cleansed of the blood that is shed therein, but by the blood of him that shed it. So in order to cleanse the land, say for instance, the conquistadors came over here and killed a bunch of Native American Indians, this land is polluted with the blood of the Native Americans. The only way that you can make that right, the only way you can cleanse that land is you got to kill some conquistadors right here. And if you don't like that, oh, well, I'm not killing nobody. You don't know what the hell you're going to do. You might get killed standing in the way of God's plan. God is the one that's going to put the spirit on you to kill your adversary. Why you think them conquistadors came over here and did what they did? Because God put the spirit on them to come and do it. Why? Because he was punishing his people for not keeping his commandments. Right? Why did the so-called black man go into slavery, right, and get his back whipped and get hung by trees? Because those are the children of Israel, God's chosen people, who didn't keep their end of the bargain. They didn't keep the commandments, so they had to be punished. Why are we on the bottom of society right now? There's a reason for that, right? Why are we in the cotton field? Why are we in the grape fields? Why are we picking fruit while somebody gets all the money? You go home broke and can barely feed your family. There's a reason for that. Because you're God's chosen people who didn't keep his commandments, and you had to be punished for it. And because you don't know that you're those people, you don't even know why you're in the condition that you're in. Okay? That's what's going on. Whether you accept it or not. That's what it is. And it's good to know why you're in the condition that you're in. You can get mad. You can want to fight. Right? But what you're doing is you're picking a fight with the Most High. Because this word ain't going to stop. We went through the same thing. I'm not saying something to you that I'm not going through. I'm going through the same damn thing. And you can get mad. People get mad all the time. In the last 13 years, right, we know how the scenario plays itself out. Little demon jump on you, you come by, show me your teeth. You're upset because the truth is coming out. You want to protect your slave master. Trust me. We're veterans out here. You don't practice medicine. What do you practice medicine? 8 years, maybe 12. All right? And then you start making money for slapping a Band-Aid on somebody and not healing them. It's called Western medicine. All right? And suddenly you're some sort of doctor. Well, guess what? The men of the Lord, we've been doing this so long, we're professionals at it. Well, professional means you get paid. Well, we're building up our spiritual bank account with the Most High, Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shah. What about that? We know exactly what we're out here doing. All right? Whatever you do, all right, God made you do it. So me out here, standing out here, looking like an idiot, saying what I'm saying, God got me right here doing it. So either you can hear it and laugh, point your finger, say that he's crazy. Guess what? The angels are taking notes. They're like this, yep, he scoffed at the word. And right before that truck hits you, you're going to think about this. Okay? Because it's not me you're fighting against. It's the Most High, Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai, that you're fighting against. And you're wicked as all hell. You hate to hear the truth. All right? You came by at that precise moment because God made that happen. It's not a coincidence. I get out here, you're taking baby pictures. Oh, we're doing so good. We got the $500 stroller out here. We got our brand new infant. We're going to take family pictures, right? Here it is. My people are out here on the street, right? Catching straight up hell. But you could come down to downtown Fresno from North Fresno to take a picture under the bank building to show how good you got it. How much? And then you got a photographer that you're paying $500-600 to take a couple of pictures that you could take with your damn cell phone. Hell, I got a cell phone. Give me the money. I know what to do with it. I help out the homies out here. I want to say Thawada Yahweh Wa Yahweh Shai for that overcast, the shade. It's gonna get hot as hell out here today. It's supposed to be 113. Whatever. We out here. Salaki. This nigga want to get up on the stage and, oh, I'm finna work out. Nigga, you ain't working out. You showing out. Most High, you put your ass to death. You don't even know. You understand? When you interact with this situation, you don't even know what you're getting yourself into. And sometimes I don't know. The brother right here, I thought he was mad dogging the word. Turns out he's a benevolent individual. I'm like, let me help this brother out. You know? Or this is 1 Corinthians 10 and 13. There hath no temptation taken you, but such as is common to man. But the Most High is faithful, who will not suffer you to be tempted above that ye are able, but will, with the temptation, also make a way to escape, that ye may be able to bear it. All right? So, yeah, we can catch a little hell. But see, what you don't understand is to catch a little hell out here, right, is preparing you for that crazy shit that is about to come, right? And it's going to be a walk in the park to those that are out. If you're out here, right, just wait. Very soon, everybody's going to be out here. Broke, homeless, don't have nothing, and don't know how to walk up and down the street without getting taken advantage of. So the people that got skills, right, they're going to dominate in that day. They're going to survive. Somebody who's fresh out here, don't know what the hell is going on, you ain't going to make it. All right, let me read that again. It's 1 Corinthians 10 and 13. There hath no temptation taken you, but such as is common to man, but the Most High is faithful, who will not suffer you to be tempted above that ye are able, but will with the temptation also make a way to escape, that ye may be able to bear it. What does that mean? That means the Most High, God, He gonna put hell on you. Not just you, but them people. You got people that live up here in this high rise, right? In this old bank building that they turned into apartments and condos. You gotta have some money to get on that damn elevator and live there, right? Well, guess what? They're gonna catch hell too. They're gonna get kicked out of there. If I'm not the one that kicks them out, when I get that power, I'm kicking everybody out of that building. Get the hell out. And me and the homies are gonna live in there. All right? Trust me on that. Trust me. Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai willing. Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai Ratazah. I get that power, I'm gonna clear out this whole area, and the homies are gonna live right up in here. And nobody's gonna fuck with them, lest they get lasered. You get the laser eyes in that day. So what's going to happen is everybody's going to catch hell. Their own measure. You can get your own measure of hell out here. Right? But what that scripture is saying is the Most High is not going to put more on you than you can handle. Right? Why is He doing it? He's trying you in the fire. He's preparing you for what is going to come so that you can get through it. All right? So that you can escape. Because it's about to get bad out here. Isaiah 10 and 1. We know what they're about to do. Woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees and that write grievousness which they have prescribed. All right? That's what they're doing. Oh, we're coming door to door to put that needle in you. To turn aside the needy from judgment and to take away the right from the poor of my people, that widows may be their prey and that they may rob the fatherless. Well, we are the poor, right? Us brown folks. Oh, you're not brown, you're black. I'm more brown than you. I'm the brownest. Okay? So that's what they're doing. They're getting their game plan, which they've been had, but they're running it now. They're introducing phrases like door to door. What does door to door mean? It means Gestapo tactic. It goes back to World War II and Nazi Germany. And I knock on your door and say, the papers, please. The papers, please. The papers. And if your papers ain't in order, then they hit you on the head with that club and slap the couplings on your ass and escort you to the cattle truck. All right? Because there's nothing new under the sun. Why you think they did that whole psyop in the first place? It wasn't the Amalekites they were after. All right? And that guy Schicklgruber, Adolf Schicklgruber, knew. He figured it out. All right? He figured out the whole plan. He's like, oh, well, wait a minute. Right? The real target is over there in America. And what you're doing is you're doing what you always do. You make an end run. Here's the diversion in Nazi Germany. This is a diversion. We have to create a people to replace the true people. All right? Because we know by reading these scriptures who fits the bill. Who got on them slave ships? Who fits these prophecies? Who fits these who's under these curses to this day? Right? And you can lie all you want to. You can demonize and make up new speak like anti-Shemitic. We know what the word Shemitic is. You could take out a little letter here. You can write grievous laws. Let's read that again. Woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees. Salakia. Isaiah 10:1. Woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees and that write grievousness which they have prescribed. What is that? Let's get an example of that, all right? You don't believe in the Holocaust, you're going to prison. You're anti-Semitic. Well, wait a minute. What does anti-Semitic mean? If you're going to say that I'm something, you got to be able to prove it. You got to prove all things. All right? And hold fast to that which is good. All right? Prove that I'm anti-Semitic. First of all, I'm a Semite. This is what Helen Thomas said, the news reporter, right? She goes, well, tell those people to get out of Palestine. I said, isn't that anti-Semitic? She goes, I am Semitic. And shut that shit down real quick, and they had to kill her. They had to get her up out of there. I said, Helen, you gotta go. She said, I am Semitic. I'm a Palestinian. I am Semitic. I'm a Semite, or a Shemite, if you will. What does the word Shemitic mean? It means that you descend from Noah's son Shem. It's not just one people. It's anybody whose heritage goes back to Noah's son Shem. You got Ham, Shem, and Japheth, right? Well, the one you ignorantly call Jesus Christ, whose name is Yahushua, he descends from Noah's son, Shem. Okay, and a lot of people do. Abraham does. Okay? and then all of Abraham's children, Ishmael. And that's what Helen was saying. Oh, I am Shemitic. How can I then be anti-Semitic? Wrong. Okay? You can't fool people that have the truth and the information. Okay? But now we got to get rid of you because you know better. But you wrote that into the law, and it's been there for a while. You just haven't started moving on it yet. But the call is coming. Oh, well, you're anti-Semitic. No, I'm not. That would mean that I'm anti myself. And the Edomite that comes by on a $3,000 bike, he rides by on a $3,000 bike waving like I'm finna wave back to you. No, this isn't that kind of sermon. All right? We don't wave to our enemies. We let them know what's in their future. All right? Hey, back to that bloodshed. Back to that bloodshed. What are you doing here? What are you doing on stolen ground? You stole this land. This land don't belong to you. It belongs to the children of Israel. We were here first. Okay? You came, killed a bunch of people, stole the land. Now you're talking about who's an immigrant, who's an illegal. You're the fucking illegal. The hell are you talking about? Yeah, and the devil, the so-called white man who is an Edomite, he's Semitic too. That's our evil brother, Esau, right? Here it is. You stand a Hamite next to me. You can't tell us apart. But this devil is closer to me than this Hamite. And the Hamite hates us too. Right? Ekata. See, here it is. We know now. We didn't know. Hell, we was over there catching that whip. But now, everything is different. We got this truth. We're standing up on our feet, and nobody can stop us. And when I say nobody can stop us, let's get that. This is Isaiah 59 and 19. We want you to show up at the door. We want you to try to throw us in the cattle truck. Isaiah 59 and 19. So shall they fear the name of the Lord from the west. What's the name of the Lord? Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. That's the name. That's the name you call on. So shall they fear the name of the Lord from the west, and his glory from the rising of the sun. When the enemy shall come in like a flood, the Spirit of the Lord shall lift up a standard against him. What does that mean? That means it's time for laser eyes up in here. You understand? That means it's time to clear the bank building, get your ass out of here before you get cut in half with laser eyes. And it sounds crazy, right? But when this shit starts happening, right? And Lord willing, I'm one of them. We gonna run this town, all right, in righteousness, right? We meditate in terror right now. I'll let you leave. I say get out. If you don't get out, there's going to be consequences. All right? If you're being defiant in that day, you get the laser eyes. the brother brought out, I forgot exactly the term. I need to go back and watch that again. He's bringing out that the laser eyes are right there. And that's where Esau gets it. So this is speaking of that spiritual power that is so close. Keep talking about door to door. Keep talking about it, right? And get your courage up and get to your plan, you damn devil. Get to it. So the Most High could come in on you. So he can lift up that standard. But we ain't tripping though. Not the men of the Lord. This is Psalm 91 and 10. We already know what it is. Psalm 91 and 10. There shall no evil befall thee, neither shall any plague come nigh thy dwelling. All right? We're ready for the Delta variant. Okay? We're ready for that. Whatever that is. The Delta variant. Hell does that mean to us? Let's read that again. Psalm 91:10. There shall no evil befall thee, neither shall any plague come nigh thy dwelling. All right? And that's twofold. That's talking about a Delta variant. And it's talking about that ICBM. Let's get that real quick and we'll come back. Zechariah 14:12. And this shall be the plague. All right, there's a plague. This shall be the plague wherewith the Lord will smite all the people that have fought against Jerusalem. Their flesh shall consume away while they stand upon their feet, and their eyes shall consume away in their holes, and their tongue shall consume away in their mouth. That's talking about that ICBM nuclear missile. All right, and that nuclear fire that the Most High is going to use to cleanse North America and other places on the face of the earth. All right, now let's go back. Psalm 91 and 10. There shall no evil befall thee, neither shall any plague come nigh thy dwelling. Now let's read on. For he shall give his angels charge over thee to keep thee in all thy ways. They shall bear thee up in their hands. What? What? Before that missile comes, the angels are going to beam you up. What? Revelation 10 and 12. Salakia. Revelation 11 and 12. And they heard a great voice from heaven saying unto them, Come up hither. And they ascended up to heaven in a cloud, and their enemies beheld them. All right, there's that. And the same hour was there a great earthquake, and the 10th part of the city fell. And in the earthquake were slain of men 7,000. And the remnant were affrighted, and they gave glory to the power of heaven. All right? So, we're not afraid of any plague. Missile, fire, Delta variant. We're not afraid of that. Because we know. And if you don't care to know, you're the one that got to be afraid. All right? And if you ain't afraid now, you will be afraid. When that shit is going down, and the Most High is laughing at your calamity, and we're laughing with him, we're going to be afraid until we figure out, oh, we made it. You know? Lord willing. In that day. This is 1 Peter 4:17. For the time has come that judgment must begin at the house of the Most High. And if it first begin at us, what shall be the end of them that obey not the gospel of the Most High? And if the righteous scarcely be saved, where shall the ungodly and the sinner appear? Hey, that great judgment is here. So the Delta variant is going to get some of y'all. Because you ain't trying to hear this truth. You don't know. You can go take a shot. You haven't even looked into what you're putting in your arm. And then you're walking around glowing. The magnets are sticking to you. You're falling out. You got Bell's palsy. How stupid. And what happened? The Most High put the Spirit on you to take them. You come by and you scoff at the men of the Lord out here, putting the word out. Out here every week, without fail. You laughing. You laughed at Noah. All right? And then that door shut. That door shut on the ark, and you were done. Well, guess what? The spiritual ark. This is part of the spiritual ark out here. All right? This could be just the door to the ark. Been working on it for 13 years out here. In front of everybody. Fighting, getting laughed at, getting threatened, right? Getting scoffed. Slovakia. I can't see that. Whatever. Hey, but these things must needs be. Let's get that. Gotta go through it. All these things must come to pass. This is Matthew 24:6, and ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. All right? This is Matthew 24:37. But as the days of Noah were, so shall also the coming of the Son of Man be. For as in the days that were before the flood, they were eating and drinking, marrying and giving in marriage, until the day that Noah entered into the ark, and knew not until the flood came and took them all away, so shall also the coming of the Son of Man be. Here we are. Nobody gives a shit. Right now, you don't give a. You know what? You got about 6 months, I'll say, at the very most. The power could get shut down in between now and next week. All right. What's that shit? Polygon, Codex, Polygon. The drill that went off on the 9th, what's today, 11th, 2 days ago. And then Germany, right? A whole province in Germany got shut down. All right, how soon till it gets right here? How soon is it going to be? It could be any time right now. Don't worry, Ishmael, this ain't for you. It ain't for you. See, people have no clue what the hell is going on. Think you got it all figured out. All right? Have no clue what's going on. But I'm the crazy one. Yeah, we're going to see. We're going to see very soon who the crazy one is. This is 2 Corinthians 4:4. But if 4 and 3, Salaki, I'll start at 3. But if our gospel be hid, it is hid to them that are lost. You motherfuckers are lost. In whom the God of this world hath blinded the minds of them which believe not, lest the light of the glorious gospel of Hamashiach, who is the image of the Most High, should shine unto them. Hey, the Most High is not dealing with you. Now, if you came up and asked a question, you inquired, the only reason that you would do that is because God put the Spirit on you to do it. Then you'll get an answer. But if you don't do it, God put the Spirit on you to walk up the street and remain ignorant so that when He brings that judgment, you're ground zero. You are the target. Because you walked by and said, uh-oh, there's a crazy dude. Right? Which is a scoff. And that's what you're doing, exactly what you're programmed to do. Anybody that walks by here at this time, that's exactly what God wanted. He wanted you to walk by. Either you're going to say, well, what are you talking about? He wanted you to say that. Either you're going to walk by and say, oh, this is bullshit again. He wanted you to do that. I don't care. Does it look like I'm trying to gain converts? No. Nope. I'm out here doing this because I was told to. and because I fear God, not to gain converts. All right? If you are of the elect of Israel, you're going to get this word anyway because it was already ordained before the world was even created. Those that are going to get it, it was already written that you were going to get it. It was already written that we were going to be out here doing this in these days. I'm not the only one out here. This is going on all over the world right now. You got GMS Saudi Arabia. What is that? This same doctrine, right, is being pushed the world over. Back to Matthew. Let's start at Matthew 24:13. But he that shall endure until the end, the same shall be saved. And this gospel of the kingdom shall be preached in all the world for a witness unto all nations, and then shall the end come. So when you see Saudi Arabia stand up with this gospel, with this doctrine, that is the prophecy coming to pass. That's how close we are. Right? We're almost out of here. The famine of the word is coming real quick. We're almost out. That's how quickly this thing is happening. It's real close. In other words, it's going down as we speak, and a lot of people just ain't ready. And I don't give a damn. There's nothing I can do for you. Really, it's every man for himself. You come up and you got a question, I'm gonna answer the question. That don't mean you're gonna understand it. But I'll tell you what, things are exponentially going to get worse between now and the next couple of months. Hell, it ain't, this is the hottest day that has been. It ain't even got hot yet. When the sun goes down and the low, you got the high, right? The high today was supposed to be 115. Now they took it down to 113. If it's 113 today, that's pretty hot. When the low stays at 100 degrees, how hot do you think it's going to be the next day? When the low is at 100 and the high is at 120 throughout the week, okay, you're going to think you're in hell. You're going to think you are. All right? And this concrete heat up real good. And then they talk about no water. Oh, well, we're having a drought. And then there ain't no food. Right? Wait till people start eating each other. 1 week without no food, what's going to happen? So anyway, we're getting ready to close out. Most High is giving a reprieve right now with these clouds. Two-thirds better wake the hell up. All right? the book of Philippians. It's Philippians 2 and 12. Wherefore, my beloved, as ye have always obeyed, not as in my presence only, but now much more in my absence, work out your own salvation with fear and trembling. All right? So with that, we can say all praises due to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Kodash. Double honor to our elder apostles of GMS, including the elders that came before them that taught us this truth. Shalom and salutations to all the brothers out pushing the word of truth and in sincerity. Shalom.